Boston, b8ta Boston Seaport. Okay, got a little mixed up there. But yeah, my name is Jai. I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the products we have going on. This is what should I get? So yeah, thanks for tuning in. And before we get started, I just want to let you guys all know b8ta does have a website. So you can go online and check out these products and also all the other really cool stuff that we have to show off. And you can kind of discover new products there and be able to buy what you want, discover what you want with the click of a button, and also make virtual appointments too. So yeah, check that out. And while you do that, you can listen in. So yeah, welcome back to What Should I Get? Today, we're going to be talking about our two different smart art canvases. So when we're thinking about, somebody who might be interested in this, your home, but you're intimidated by the art world. You maybe don't have enough money to be buying all this art, and it's maybe inaccessible. You don't know a whole lot about the art world, stuff like that. These are the problems that you're running into when you're thinking about, okay, what's a way for me to decorate my home? Well, we have two different companies here who have come up with solutions to that. So we have Mural and we have Canvia. Now, Mural has been a partner for us for a little longer, and Canvia is actually a recent partner, so they just got back in here. So I thought I would take this opportunity to kind of explain to you some of the difference between these two, because they do, they have the same mission of making art accessible and giving people a way to display art in their homes that's like really easy and efficient and simple. But they do it in two like a little bit different ways. And also, feel free to leave any questions, comments. If you have any questions, I'll make sure I get to them. Yeah, just let me know. Let me see. So, benefit being part of it. Do you guys even make profit? So, b8ta actually, we do profit and get some of benefits from partnering from all these different groups and companies, but the partners always come first. Okay, cool. So we are gonna go and these canvases offer. So these canvases they both can display like a revolving number of art in your own playlists and display them however you want, horizontally or vertically. And they both use this special type of technology to be able to showcase the art in the most realistic way that they can, given that it's a technological frame instead of like an actual frame. So they use technology to be able to kind of see the brush anti-glare technology used in their canvases, and they display at full HD. So really good resolution, and that anti-glare tech and that art technology makes sure that you're seeing this in the best way possible. So yeah. And they both come with their own art subscriptions where you can, so they come with a free some samplers and some stuff that you can kind of look at. But then if you wanted to get access to more and also like exclusives, editorial things, interviews with artists for some things, then you would pay the membership. And those differ a little bit, and I'll get into that later. You can also curate your own playlists and also kind of look up different themes playlists that they offer. I know Mural does playlists from like specific like museums and stuff like that. So that's also something if you're looking to mix it up, discover new things. And you can also, with both of these, you can upload your own photos. So you can, put your own photos up there, and it's great resolution. And if you're an artist as well, this is a really good way of like displaying your own art and things like that. And then they both also And yeah, and lastly, which I think is really awesome, is that both of these companies make sure that these artists are getting, a significant cut of, the profits that they make from these sales. So if you are someone who is into the arts and wants to be a patron of the arts, this is a really good way to kind of, you don't have to go out and find the artists yourselves. They come to you, and just by buying this and paying the subscription, you are making sure that artists are, being supported, and so they can make the cut that you're seeing. And then, yeah, lastly, both of these, Mural and Canvia, both offer their frames in black, white, and like a wood color. But Canvia also offers like a cherry wood color. So yeah, those are. So that list is the things that both of these frames are able to do. So if you're looking to just, get that out of it, those will do it for you. But there are some some differences that due to personal preference, maybe you'll prefer one over the other. So we're going to go over that now. Once again, I'm going to check in for questions if there are any. Let me see. Thank you, Ray, for saying it's a really cool frame. I agree. They saw it yesterday. They are really cool frames. But yeah, so if you have any more questions, feel free to throw them in the chat and I can see if I can answer them for you. Okay. So now that we've talked about what they both offer, let's talk about some of the differences. So with Mural, let me pull this up real quick for you. So you read more about it, see what it's all about if you're interested in ordering. So that's where you can do that. And so yeah, the Mural canvas, it's $445, but if you wanted the Winslow like wood frame, that's gonna be $545. So what's cool about the Mural is you can control it 3 different ways. So you can control it through the app, you can control it through just like the web browser. So I really like this aspect of the Mural. So you can just kind of swipe your finger across, and it's a little dark. The piece, you can see here, it pulled up a little art, description about the piece and about the artist. So I think that's really cool about the Mural, is that kind of an opportunity, if you don't want to be distracted from your phone and you just kind of want to disconnect, that's a good way. You can just sit in front of your frame, scroll through, look at the different playlists, kind of read a little bit, and kind of takes you back more into that museum mind frame. You guys can't see me. There we go. Yeah, there you go. You can see it better now. There we go. Yeah, so now you can see how it goes through. Info right here. And yeah, so that's kind of a good way to have more of a museum experience. You're sitting there, you're reading the descriptions, and you have enough time to kind of go through it. Whereas if you're at a museum, sometimes there's just so much to see, you don't have time to read every single, description, which is my problem when I go to museums. I love the MFA. It's just so big, Anyways, so that's the Mural. So that's really cool about it. Also with the Mural, you can buy like specific artworks. If you like one in particular, you can be like, oh, I really interested in one. It has 8 gigabytes of storage, and the subscription that you can buy it's $70 a year, so it's only about $6 a month, which is honestly pretty good. And 60% of those profits do go directly to artists. And so you get 30 access to, plus the extra ones that you can purchase just on their own. So yeah, and they also offer like exclusive editorial content. So they'll like do interviews and articles, and you can kind of get more information on, contemporary artists. It's a really good way of kind of delving more into the art world, beyond just what the art is, but also who the people behind the art are, which I think is really cool. And yeah, so $6 a month for 30,000 pieces of art, I think is a great deal, plus for the frame. But if you didn't get the subscription, you would get access to 100 different pieces of works. They're a little sampler if you want to opt into that membership program. If if you're someone who maybe is more interested in it for its ability to showcase different photos of your own, maybe you wanted to opt out of the membership, but you would still have 100 pieces of art that you can still display and have at your disposal. And also look out for Mural 2 will be coming out. Sorry, the music started playing. And sorry, music. I don't know why there's music playing. Anyways, so that's the mural. Stop music. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's kind of the mural. So I would say the main, thing with this is that it can be controlled through the frame, and the difference in the subscriptions and the amount that you get in the price is something to keep in mind when comparing to the Canvia. So yeah, next up we have Canvia, which I will, sorry about that, direct you over here. Sorry, it's only one of me, so many things to show. There we go. So the Canvia. So the Canvia is cool. And so what's different about this frame from the mural? So first of all, it's $540, anywhere from $540 to $600. Let me check to see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions here. So the ArtSense technology, it uses which is different from this in the mural, is that this uses ArtSense technology to kind of control what the level of, it adjusts the brightness and the conditions of the painting depending on the conditions of the room. So if you look, the light sensor, is on there. So if I cover that up, you see it changed color. So that's because it's not sensing anything. Show you the best conditions for you to appreciate the art, which is really cool and is something that differentiates it from the mural. It is completely controlled from an app, so you can't do the physical frame touch, which a lot of, like, I personally really like the personal frame touch. Some people, it's not a sticking point. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it has personal playlist, favorite playlist, featured playlist. So if we go to featured playlists, let's see here. We kind of have one pulled up here, but we can also click it. And so you can look at this one. So that's all controlled from the app. And other thing that makes this really cool is you are able to zoom in to certain parts of the painting. I was trying it out earlier. Oh yeah, there you go. So you can zoom into certain parts of the painting, move it around, kind of choose one spot you want to, look at. Let's say we want to look at that spot for some reason. I don't know. And so you can kind of zoom in and look at more of the details. What makes this cool is that, sometimes some of the artwork can be lost due to, aspect ratio and stuff like that, having to fit it within the frame. So having the opportunity to be able to, I realize you can't see me, try my best here. Having the opportunity to be able to choose what parts of the painting you're seeing. Parts of the painting without, just to fit within the aspect ratio. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We moved it again. And that's a big feature from the mural. So yeah, that is some big things about Canvia. It has 16 gigabytes of storage, so a bit more storage. But the subscription is $120 a year instead of Mural, which is $70. So it's about $10 a month, 1,000 different artworks. And with a purchase of a Canvia, you heard that this frame is $100 more expensive than the Mural. But with this purchase, you also get the first year of premium for free. So yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. And also they have some exclusive content that are only with like particular artists, particular contemporary artists who are working specifically with Canvia. And if you didn't get that membership, the free level includes 2,500 different pieces of art. So the free tier does, if you didn't want to opt into that membership, as compared to the Mural, which has 100. So, you can see kind of little differences between them, bigger differences between them as well, that maybe would make you want to get the Mural over the canvas, the Canvia over the Mural. It just all really depends on your needs and wants. And yeah, and something else, our website, they actually have a page where if you're an artist or you know any artists who are interested in kind of partnering with Canvia and providing an opportunity for them to show off their artwork, you can go on the website and just email them and be like, hey, here's some of my portfolio. Can you check me out? Maybe include me in this really cool opportunity. So they kind of have more of an open communication with any artist who wants to submit their art, which you never know who the next Picasso is going to be. So I definitely think that's really cool. So yeah, so that's a little bit about of these, each of these canvases. Once again, you can find both of them on our website, and there should be like links in like description in the comments of where to like find things. Yeah, let me read some comments, see if there are any questions. What is the best way to hang it on my wall? So it's all personal preference. You can it comes with a you can get a swivel mount with it. I know with the Mural they offer a swivel mount that you can attach to the wall and be able to kind of switch back and forth if you'd like. It does come with like a white cord. Both of these a cord, so we have these panels here so you don't see the cord. So if that's something you're concerned about, that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, it is really cool, Spicy Ebola, that they support smaller artists. But yeah, so you can hang it up on your wall vertically, horizontally, pretty simple, and you also have the option of like keeping in mind, that the cord will be there because that's how it primarily gets its power. Let's see, anything else? Okay, cool. So I don't see any more like big questions. What's your favorite painting? Oh, I have so many paintings that I like. I love going to the MFA. I love wandering around there. I can't wait until it opens. For those not Boston, the MFA is the Museum of Fine Arts. So if you're in Boston, definitely check that out. Anyway. About a few of the differences between them. So I guess, going back to the question, so which one should I get? When it gets down to it, most of this is just personal preference. So some questions that you can be or the Mural is one, like, are you okay with losing any part of the painting? So like I said with Canvia, you can zoom into certain parts of the painting. And so that kind of gives you the opportunity, if it doesn't quite fit, the frame, you can still be able to see all of the painting without having to, but you won't be able to, see it all at once. Whereas the Mural, doesn't have that zoom feature, but it does, you can adjust, the aspect ratio to be able to fit the painting how you want it to fit. So it all, that zoom, that zooming ability, or if you want to just kind of adjust the aspect ratio yourself and try to fit it within the frame how you'd like. Those are kind of the two different ways of like figuring out what parts of the painting that you want to show off. So that's something to keep in mind. Another question is, are you planning on buying the membership? If you are someone who is more interested in just showing off you know, your basic, not basic, but showing off your family photos and things like that, and maybe not as interested in, you know, I would say, you know, the Mural might be a better option. Well, it depends, because with this purchase you get the full membership, but it offers 10,000 pieces of work for 120 a year, whereas the Mural offers 30,000 pieces of work for $70 a year. So it's kind of all, you know, if you are okay with having this for a year and then, you know, cutting it off after a year and then just using it for family photos, or if you want this one, you're okay with just having the 100 art pieces versus the 2,500 art pieces for free. That's, you know, these are all things to kind of consider on, you know, how much is that important to you? You know, how much are you willing to spend? Stuff like that. So yeah, that's a question to ask yourself. Another question, which is a big one, is how do you prefer to control your canvas? So like I said before, I personally really like how Mural's able to kind of scroll through different art pieces, because I like to be physically in front of the painting and looking at it and standing there and contemplating it. And I would prefer, you know, not to be on my phone, because, you know, next thing I know, I have a Twitter notification, I'm distracted. So I like the idea of being my mural. So yeah, I really like that aspect of it. But for, you know, for some people, that's not something that's as important. Maybe they are okay with kind of scrolling on their phone. But maybe you like someone on your phone, but you also like the zoom feature. So maybe you would like this. But if you like to kind of disconnect a little bit more, like I do personally, maybe you would fit more with the Mural. So yeah, and I guess the last one is, a lot of times, and this is something, if you have the opportunity, I would encourage you to come in physically to a b8ta store and checking out both of these canvases yourself to kind of see it in person, because when you're doing it virtually, it just doesn't translate the same. But I really encourage you to kind of see them in person, because they do kind of have a different feel to them. Depends on the painting that they're showing off. But sometimes, you know, with the light adjusting technology of Canvia, sometimes for certain paintings, it does look kind of a little more realistic. But I always really like how the Mural is really good at making different colors, of keeping true to like the color of the painting, and keeping, you know, the viewer really engaged with what's happening in the painting. And so I think that if you have the opportunity to physically go in to a b8ta store and compare these two, I definitely have seen the displays next to each other and being able to say, okay, hey, what's my personal preference? Which display do I think, you know, captures the painting better? Because there are like subtle differences between them. That's better. Like, oh, I think I prefer this screen a little more. I think that maybe this looks a little bit more realistic, or maybe I like the colors that this one displays more. So getting that physical interaction and that physical experience, I think, would definitely, you know, do more research about, you know, the specifics of the displays and stuff like that, because there are, you know, small little differences on how the artwork is going to be displayed. So that's also another preference to keep in mind. So yeah, if you ask yourself kind of those questions, you will be able to kind of, you know, parse out, you know, what are the little differences, what are the things that are important to me, how am I going to be using it? And I think that's a really good start to figuring out, you know, which art frame is a good fit for you. They're both great products, and they both display, you know, a wide range of artwork that are all really cool. And I personally would love to have either. Maybe save up for it. And yeah, so that's the Mural. And if you have any more questions, now is your last chance. I'll take a look at the comments down here and see if anything's going on. Yes, there is some great product information. Thank you. Yeah, if you're in Boston, definitely recommend the MFA. I think it opens on the 26th, September 26th. So, you know, get on it. It's great. Is there a way to get my favorite artists displayed on these frames? Yeah, so with both of them, they come with their, with the apps. They have their whole catalog of artists, so you can kind of scroll through, look up specific artists, and see. So it all depends. And like I said, they have classical artists, and they also have really new up and coming contemporary artists as well. That they're, Canvia has a lot of exclusive partnerships with some of these more contemporary artists. So if you're looking to be, more informed, more on the cutting edge of the art world, it's a really good way of kind of staying up to date with what's going on. You didn't even know that you wanted, but maybe you did. Yeah. Yeah, come on by, anytime to see you in person as well. So more questions, feel free to throw them in last minute. I'll see if I can get to them. And yeah, so my name is Jai. Once again, I'm not going to be here for the next few beta TV lives. I'll be back eventually if you miss me. But yeah, so this is Jai coming at you from Boston Beta Seaport. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Keep in mind, you can look at these on our website. Go into the closest beta store, check it out. Beta tester will be there to help you out, show you around, and kind of help you find something that fits your lifestyle. So yeah, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited to be here talking about these things. I like going live, so I think it's fun. So yeah, thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. Go to our website, check out, make a virtual appointment, check out our stores. All have a great Friday. I'll see you around. Thank you. Bye.